This episode is brought to you by PHEMEX. Guys, make sure to sign up with the link in the description below. This is going to give you a very rare discount on your execution fees and broker fees when you trade through my affiliate link. I've gotten a few comments regarding the last window where it says restrict. Hit the green button and we would be good to go. And that is that's per the exchange's instructions. Okay, guys? So make sure to hit that green button at the end and we will be good to go, right? Sign up. And then you could be able to join me in trading. Guys, the official release of CHRONOSYS 1. It's now turned into a complete auto trading strategy. Guys, make sure to look in the description below. Send me your Gmail, right? I'm sorry, through Gmail, send me your TradingView username and also your proof of purchase and join us in the automated trading world that we're going to be taking over here with PHEMEX Crypto Exchange. Okay, guys? Well, thank you so much for listening in, and let's go ahead and get this thing started. Man, we are looking at a pretty volatile week already, guys. We're dropping into the targets that we expected to drop into from last night's thread, right, guys? We were talking about the potentials of 209 to 207.897 with a liquidity bottom located at just about that 205.959. Now, my instructions were that if we start getting some closures beneath these areas here, right, that would be a very clear indication of grabbing ourselves the 198.501 target shortly after. Now, I mean, so far we've dropped as far as, let's see, what is that low? You can see the OHLC tiny little, numbers up there. I know it's going to be hard to see, but it says 201.650 so far. Now, I know that we actually just got bi-hourly close, guys. So yeah, that's your bi-hourly close right here. And we're looking at guys, this still has some further downside to go. Not only is your hourly time frame already on momentum 1 validated for a continuation to the downside, but it is pertinent that we're going to start getting the 4-hour time frame here pretty soon, as well as a validation for a continuation to the downside. By hourly time frame has a low of just about that 209.392, right? So the current low, 199. There we go. Yeah, 199.860. That's where it's starting to rhyme a little bit here, right? So if we continue on with the posturing to the downside here like it presently is, well, what target can we reach? And can it go further? Can it go, below the areas of just your, 198? Well, we're going to go ahead and find out in this episode here. But before we get started, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you here at 10:17 p.m. Pacific time on a beautiful Sunday night. Very cool outside here in Los Angeles, California, and it is November 30th. Okay, we're right at the cusp of the new month, guys, and the month close is just about here. Okay, so that's another thing that would be introducing a lot of volatility, guys. So the Fed. We have Jerome Powell kind of scheduled here for the 1st, right? And he's set to speak to us about the incoming rate, the rate cut. Sentiment is already at an 80% or above. We kind of already know the pre-pricing of that. So that makes me feel that actually all through the night here, remember that it's about 10:18 p.m. Pacific at my time, right? So all through this night to potentially the equity open, there could be some type of run-up. Now, the run-up would probably bring us back up to the areas of around 214. Now, if 214 and, 214 to 216 here fail us, well, that would be a clear indication of, kind of double bottoming down here at these local lows. Now, if we do beat this, the consolidation range would likely end up being in the next 2 days between 3 days here, 220 to around 214. Now, I can't say that with conviction. I can't say that with conviction. Why? Because we can't guess what the Fed is going to say. Although we do have the 80% probabilities of a rate cut here, that also doesn't mean that the market can't sell off and then continue towards the upside. In fact, we could give it a little bit of a test right now and find out what's going on in the the futures contracts. Well, in fact, guys, yeah, the futures contracts right now for the S&P 500 are certainly massively gapped down right now, right? So you're looking at a 68.10 here after a prior day's close being Friday at around 68.59.50. So this is already a pretty deep retracement here, guys. But we were already talking about that. You can already see the areas of support that we're supposed to touch, maybe down here as well too. It's already kind of there, which makes me feel that this is going to be not such a big. I don't think it's going to be such a big retracement, guys. So can't speak English here. Statistically speaking, we have a correction due, in the first days of December, and that's a typical thing. USDT here, 6-hour time frame, does indicate continuation to the upside, and we do have validated time frames here suggesting further upside. Now, we are just at about that 6.371, and it looks like, the upside target right now for Momentum 1 is giving us a 6.74. And we do have a 6.74 around here, right? We have a 6.697, and then right in between would be that 6.733. So if it is able to make it all the way up to this top side, guys, then we may actually be seeing a continuation of the blood here through XRP and BTC. Remember BTC, we spoke of a target of roughly $82,000 to $84,000, and I haven't backed down on that, right, guys? We're still in that present observation. I don't want to let go of those targets because that's truly an inflection that we would have to kind of test here, right? So far BTC is sitting just at about 86,000. Oh my goodness, yes, this is a really shallow 86 here. And this does have a present daily support. Yeah, we can absolutely make it to these lower bounds right up in here, guys. It would be 81, 83, and 84.5, right around there, guys. We have serious supports right at that 83,082, right? So another 3,000. Another 3,000 points to the downside, and it looks like we could be observing some of that immediate support. Like I said here, bi-hourly time frame is introducing just a 50% prior bar pull before a continuation to the downside. This alone is already suggesting a current ATR low of about 199,860. Let's see what momentum has to say for downside continuation. 3-hour time frame still downside. 4-hour time frame, we have, this is a very, very notable downside signal here with expansion. So we are accelerating to the downside here on a 4-hour. 6-hour time frame, same situation here, validated downsides all the way to the 4-hour here too. Man, okay. 8-hour time frame, let's see. 8-hour time frame, three time frames of downside validation, man. Okay, and we are throttling towards that downside even still. My goodness. Okay, let's continue this, guys. Okay, so we still have a downside bias here. We're starting expansion on a 12-hour time frame. And now, this is still continuing, guys. Let me just go ahead and speed up this because it's going to take forever. So we have expansion turning here with a daily time frame and downside continuation. By daily time frame is still postured here to the downside, and we still have that acceleration on volatility. Good stuff. I will likely be able to provide some type of maybe some type of bottom here. But it feels like I'm not quite getting that upside bias just yet. So 2-week time frame still on that downside, which, oof. Okay, monthly time frame. Man. What's the low on this? Let's see, 1. Okay. Let me see the 3. Hold on, guys. Let me see the 3-week time. And the 4-week time. Whew. This is a deep correction here, guys. So it would be an area of maximum demand that would have to invalidate this. And also something like the Fed would also turn this around. So still seeing 4 weeks of downside here. Let me go into your bi-monthly time frame, 30 days to go. That still has a downside. Let's go to the 3-month time. Still with a downside. Now that we're getting into these months, the downside may have already happened. So the larger these timeframes are, the longer they've been in process, and you know how low we've gone during these periods, right? So let's continue this. I still have some more to look at here. 5 month time frame is still okay. There we go. Quarterly, I'm sorry, semi-annual bar closing in 30 days, 18 hours. The ATR low on this was at 137.212. We hit a 158. It's the low is very likely in. The low is very likely in on this, and the continuation to the upside would be based on the nearest candle opening, which would be your monthly. Okay, all right. So your monthly time frame. Okay, all right. I'm starting to see it. Okay, team. I have to update the levels here just a little bit, right? And that's because okay. What's the 5-day time frame low? That's gonna switch it. Your current ATR low is gonna be 5-day. Wow. I don't know if it's gonna make it all the way to 182, but this has this. Yeah, this has a support. Okay. I think I got it, team. Okay, adjusted targets below 198. 196.296. Hang on. Almost there. Man. The average target of just about 191.128. And there is a range on top. There is a range on top that can prevent price action from continuing lower. It's going to be a focus area, 194.819. Okay, so let me I kind of see the focus. So below the 198 is this zone in here. So actually the zone of support is actually like this. Let me go ahead and just point it out to you, right? Just like this here. Right, and this would be your liquid bottom at 191.128, and that would have to do with the closing of the 5-day bar. That's not too far away, and it does have a continuation. It does have a lower target than 191, but it also has a huge amount of support right at this focus zone that I just drew in. Let me just make this a little less obnoxious here, right? So just like this here, right? That would be the area of potential risk on. And your focus area that we're talking about, it would be right about here. This is a combination, guys, this is a combination of discretion and it's a combination of discretion and statistics. Please know that I am trying to be as accurate and as transparent as I can be. Adjusted targets are in. Okay. All right. Yes. I think that this is going to be your potential low. There is a lot of demand there, and there's a lot of time frame. There's a lot of time frame here that can prevent continuation to the downside. But I will say that it could still wick, right? It could still flash wick into this area here and then completely reject for a continuation up. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to mark off let me mark off these targets here for you guys. And I think that would be just about it. Okay, team. So heads up with these targets, guys. Just about like this. Okay. I'm expecting continuation to the downside. Of course, your immediate time frame is going to have little bits and pieces of fluctuations. Of course, right now we could. I think we already got that top side, but should we get any further upside on this, we probably reach the areas of 208, 204.865. And that it may not, 204.8 to around 205.1. It's just that's around the resistance that I think that I think we could probably reach just in the immediate short term, and that's just to load up more of a bear outtake on this, right? I mean, remember what we talked about, guys, yesterday. We talked about this being specifically. I think I talked to the class actually about this, and I spoke about this being particularly a bear play for the immediate short term, right? So just for now, right? But remember, guys, that even if we if we made a drop here into this area of around 191, that's still we're still creating a higher low now, right? So in a macro sense, this would be the turnaround and continuation to the upside. Of course, that's going to be with the given obvious that we have good news. Let's not guess what the Fed is going to say. Let's try to be reactive against what the Fed is going to say and see what we can do as far as positioning accurately. So usually when I give zones like this, guys, that typically means that you have an area of entry where you can let go just of a certain percentage of your total portfolio entry. So whatever that total, imagine you have a $30,000 or a $50,000 portfolio, and you want to dedicate here maybe around $20,000 or $15,000 entry into your XRP position. So being that you have a $15,000 or $20,000 100% allowable tradable portfolio, that would be distributed to these entries accordingly. So if you are seeing a higher probability of a focus zone down here, then you would probably dedicate around 5%, 198, and dedicate you would dedicate a 15% entry here and dedicate heavy percentages into these two targets in the lower bound. And from there, you have the probable 191 area to pull the trigger on. But if it doesn't do it, it's okay. What we do from there is we try to validate the upside and then start to confirm, breaks above the areas of 199 and $2. As soon as we start consolidating there and breaking above, that could be a reason for us to gain some entry, a little bit more of risk, and continue towards that upside and buy that strength until we have a solid foundation for a continuation to the upside. It's a little volatile in the markets, guys. Of course, it's going to be a little zigzaggy and shaky here. But I encourage you to take a look at the way you're entering here very carefully. But there is opportunity all over the place here, guys. Okay. So, if any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com. Remember, guys, that this is now a brand new thing. I am offering a 14-week segment, right, for specifically what we talked about here. How is it that Arca was talking about 14 hours ago from up in these targets here of 221 that we were going to drop into the areas of around 205? How was that possible, right? Learn how to do that. We're going to go straight into day trading strategies, right? This is going to be the scalpers market. You can find that in the description below. Enroll now. We'll get it started, guys, and we'll get you well on your way on your portfolio, okay? Well, thank you so much, everybody, for listening in. Should you have any questions, reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com, and everything will be cool, okay, guys? Hit that ATW in the chat below, and we shall be talking to you later. All right. So I'm going to get back to the trading team now, and we shall see what's up. Okay, guys, I love you. And we'll talk very, very Scary Larry later. Adios, team. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.